Picked up Marina, Ellie, Noah, and Noah from the airport yesterday. And today has been an early morning because our girls have got a bit of glee in there. How do I say? They're gleefully stomping around upstairs, making it impossible to sleep. I would still be sleeping, but that's not to happen. And I thought that I might also record my, what do you call it, initial sensations on this one, on my illness, because looking at hindsight, there has been a lot of signs that I was just too sick to understand, or well, not even thick, but didn't have the. Nobody had educated me that might cause it. So the very first symptom, was it when I was working at EMC and Lauttasaaren and there was a big cubicle or office space, and it was quite a long distance to the toilet, and I'd been sitting for quite a long time. Got up to visit the loo, or that was either to get coffee or go to the toilet, and while I was walking, or immediately when I started up, when I started walking, my movement was like it was twitching like crazy. I'd say at least 5 steps. But then when I actually got up to doing it, then what do you call it? The twitching, or nukiminen, I think they're the same word. It went away. So that is the very first symptom, and I started working at EMC 2005, and the space that we were working in, well, I'm kind of theorizing here, what was the date? The space that we were working there was 2 levels at EMC, and at that point I was working on the top level, and those were only the very first years that I worked at EMC. So I'm saying 2005-6 was my very first symptoms. What kind of made me not pay attention to it was that I was cycling a lot. I cycled to Lauttasaari every day, back and forth. It was 17 kilometers back and forth. So it's 34 kilometers a day. And yeah, you could feel the effects if you did it for a week. You really were knackered. On the Friday, you barely could do anything because you're so exhausted yourself. But the point being, I wasn't, because I thought that I was in absolutely spanking physical condition, that there would be no, what do you call it? I can't have any illness, can't I? Or can I? So that was the very first symptoms. I'm trying to gather my thoughts, and I'll record the next, or the progression of symptoms, so that I have some kind of a history document. this morning, I'm feeling, the tingling in the arms and numbness stuff. It's a lot less. When I move, I'm tremendously weak and shaky, but that might be because of the fast. This is now day, let me see, one, 2, 3, 4. So I started on the Tuesday, but that was only a half day. So 4.5 days on water. So yeah, when I move, I'm shaky, and I'm getting criticism about going on water fast and doing it surprisingly. And I do not believe that water fasts or whatever fasts are my primary source of healing. They come from God. No two ways about it. But what do you call it? I'm a Christian, and I can do a fast, or it is a Christian thing to fast. The Bible clearly says the wedding guests don't fast now because the bridegroom is here, but when I go, then they will fast. So you need to be daft not to, from that interpret that. Yeah, I can go with that. That it's not a normal practice in a Christian's life. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what comes out of this. And I'm wondering whether I manage next week, because next week is the last actual working week. That I have the stamina to travel to Sweden and do all that is required. So it might be that I'm munching on maybe fruits this time or something like that to get my energy up. But let's see. Jesus is King.